Hi viewers, I welcome you all to this Programming World channel. So in this channel, we posting videos about the different programming elements what we have to learn C programming. So already we have posted the videos about the basic fundamentals elements what we have in our C programming to learn. In coming days also, we will post the videos about the rest of the elements and also what about their applications where it can be used like that. We will do it in the coming videos. Okay, but before that, I would like to give you some problems and also how those problems can be solved with the help of the elements, whatever we have studied or we have seen or we have posted already in our channel. So in that perspective, I would like to start this very first problem that is about what actually how we can convert a string, which is what having the number, okay, to the exact number or integer type. So I give an example also because sometimes we people need some examples to understand. So in that perspective, you see 1, 2, 3, that is what the sequence of characters without space sequence of characters we have in our string variable. How we can convert into what integer type? Okay, so we need to have what the exact number like 123 as an output. Okay, so how that can be done in our C programming? So that is the exact thing we are going to discuss in this video tutorial. So here I have made the logic first. So logic, that's about what the steps to be followed for this. So how we can do this actually? You see, so here you see we have the characters one by one, like 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. So we have to split the characters one by one, and we have to take the exact value. Okay, how we can take into that? So that I will discuss in this. So take the length of the string to find number of digits present in our input string. So here we need to use what the string length function to identify the number of digits present in that. So why in the sense you can see that you see 10 power 0, that is what 3 into 10 power 0, 3, then 2 into 10 power 1, then 1 into what 10 power 2. So like that we need to do this we need to identify the value. Okay, we need to identify the value of each digit according to their position. Okay, for the case we need to get the number of digits present in the input string. Afterwards, we need to take the ASCII difference between each character with the character 0. So I would like to tell you that why it is required. Why in the sense, you see, you can see a small program I have made it here. The ASCII value of 0, it is what 48 actually. Okay, and I just provide what the ASCII value of 9 also by using what the character variable. If you go with this, if you execute this code, you will identify the ASCII value of what is 0 and also 9. You can see the ASCII value of 0 is what 48, ASCII value of 9 is what 57. So if you enter a number, for an example, you say I give a number like 4. So, so the given character, it is what 4, that is converted into what the exact number like 4. How it is done in the sense here you can find that you see simply what character minus 48, because after 0, okay, whatever number you are entering, that will be what increase the increase term of what the ASCII value. Okay, in the sense from 48 only you can take the inputs of the remaining numbers whatever you feed. Okay, so that's why we are using what character minus 48. So in my execution I give the input like 4. So what about the ASCII value of 4? In the sense 0 is what 48, then 1 is what 49, 50 is what 2, okay, then 51 is for what 3, then 52 is for what 4. Okay, then 52 minus 48, that is what the difference is what 4. So that will give you what the number 4. Okay, so in that perspective we doing this. So this is the exact approach, a very simple approach how we can take the exact number from the given character. Okay, so that we applying in this step 2. Okay, then we take a variable like no, and also we have to initialize with 0 because that will be the result variable. Okay, very first it is 0. After taking the first digit, what happens is it becomes 1. Then in the second iteration, that variable has to become like 12. So like that it is increased, it is changed also. Okay, digit by digit it is what increasing in each iteration of our execution, I mean in our loop. So afterwards you see we go with the loop as I mentioned that. So loop is also required here. Then we have to execute the loop from 0 to length minus 1. Okay, so multiply the variable number with 10. Okay, so very first time 0 into 10, 0. Okay, then add the ASCII value difference what you found with the character or digits one by one from your input string. So you have to repeat the step until what the loop get exit. Afterwards, you can display the result or you can return the result to the program. Okay, which is what which is stored in the variable no or number. Okay, I give an example here also. Input string is what actually 123. You can find that within double quotes. I provided this input. Then, as I told you, the variable no, it is what declared. It is equal to 0 very first time, very before. Okay. Afterwards, in the very first iteration, you can see that. Okay, so in iteration 1, okay, the variable no, it is what 0. So 0 into 10, 0 plus 1. That is what the digit what we have taken from the input string. Okay, so through character array, we can take the first digit that will be given to this equation. So what happens is 0 into 10, so plus 1, that is what actually, it is what actually 1. So how you see in this only we have to apply the second step. Then only you can get this value 1 and that will be added with this. So you will get 1. Afterwards, the second iteration will be done because as per this example, we have 3 digits. So second iteration, what happen is the value of number is what 1 because in the previous stage it is what 1. So that will be taken now. So 1 into 10 is equal to 1 into 10, 10, 10 plus the next digit. That is what identified from the second step. Okay. So 10 plus 2, 12. Okay, so you will get 12. So you can see that stage by stage what we take the numbers, okay, from the given digits. Okay, then iteration 3, it takes what the third digit what we have 3. Okay, so number value is what 12. So 12 into 10, 120 now. 120 plus 3, 123. Okay, that's all. Afterwards, what happens is the loop will get exit. Then you can stop the loop execution. Then finally you can display the result what is stored in the variable number. Okay. Okay, so that will be what the integer type. That difference you have to understand. You given as a string, but the result is what actually number. Okay. I would like to show that in the program execution also. Okay, here you can see that. Okay. I have created what a main function. Okay, and also there I have provided a printf statement that's about what the input string which is converted into what the number that will be displayed in the number format. That's why I given %d. And also I have made a function like str2int. Str2int in the sense string to integer, as like how we using what string compare, string copy, and string length. As like that, I have made like str2int. This is what user defined one. It is a user defined function. Okay, so in my coming videos, I will talk about the function and also the different types of functions. But please, you have to follow this one. This is very easy to understand. So as like what string length, what we doing the same way, we have a function which is defined above. Okay, we define the the logic of the function here. Okay, so here you can see that. So what string you have given as an input, that will be copied to what these digits. Okay, then what we doing, we take a variable no, okay, which is what initializes as 0. Then id is required for what actually index variable. Afterwards, we taking what the number of digits. Okay, I will remove this. I will reduce the number of variables here. Okay, but just for understanding purpose, we want to know the number of digits in our given input string. I mean the number. That's why we are using what nod is equal to string length of digits. Afterwards, what we are doing, we displaying. Okay, please understand. Whenever we solve the problem, okay, take the printf statements for the different variables to understand about their updates in each execution. So that may help us to what whether the prepared logic or proposed logic is what perfect. Okay. So afterwards, what I have done is, as I said, we have taken a loop. So for loop is simple here. So for I equal to 0 up to what the number of digits, that is what string length. Okay. So in this case, now simply you see, you can use string length here instead of what NOD. Okay. So that may reduce what the number of lines and also what having a variable like NOD. Okay, suppose we people are familiar in that in the sense, so we no need to use this statement. Okay, right. But for understanding purpose, that is what proposed. Okay, later you can. So when you people doing the program, so you can replace with the direct replace directly with what string length of digits. Okay, right. So now I come to that. So here you see I take the first character like x is equal to what digits of 5. Okay, that is what x is what actually number. Okay, I identify the number by doing what the ASCII difference, as I told you in the example, this one. Okay, character minus 48. The same thing we have taken into what here. So we take what character by character. So digits of 5, it takes what it gives you the character by character. What is the input you provided in the string? Okay, so 48. So here you see the 1, the value of, you see the 1, that is what in this digits of 0. Okay, so in digits of 0, you can see that digits of 0. Okay, it is what having what 1. That is what ASCII value of 1 is what ASCII value of 1 is what actually 49. So 49 minus 48, you will get what 1. So that will be given to what x. Okay, so then you can print the value of x whether it is occurred perfectly or not. Afterwards, as I told you, see that's about what taking the number exactly in each stage. So that's why using very first time ny is what 0, then we multiply with what 10. So 0 into 10, 0, then plus 1. So very first iteration, as I mentioned here. Okay, so the number which becomes what 1. Afterwards, in the second iteration, what happen is, okay, then number, I mean, we take what the next value from the second index array, second index of the character array. So what happens is that will give you the number like 2. So now x value which becomes what 2. So then that time what happened is, so as I told you, this iteration 2 that will be executed in that situation. So like that, it is what happening. Once this loop is what exit, then you can find the result in what number. So we have to use a return statement to return the result over this printf function. That's why we have used what %d to take the result. Okay, so here you can find it now. Okay, from the execution, I show you that the different I mean the stages of the result. So you can see that here. You see the number of digits is what 3. Yeah, as we given the input is what 123, that it is having what 3 digits. Afterwards, you see very first time, as I told you. So the very first one, it is what actually the value 1. So that is found here. So you can see that x is what having the value 1. Then the number, it is what? It is very first 0. So 0 into 10, 0, then plus 1. So now you see, you can see that n is what? Number is equal to what? 1. Afterwards, what happened? The the loop will be executed again. So next x value is what 2. Okay. Then number, it is what 12 plus number which becomes what 12. Okay, because 1 plus so sorry, not 1 actually. So here what happened is this is what actually 1. Okay, this is 1 actually. So 1 into 10, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. Okay, so that you can find it here. Okay, that's the thing you have to understand in this. Okay, afterwards what happen is the value of next value of x will be taken. That is what actually 3. You can see that. Okay, so 12 into, you can find that 12 into 10, 120, 120 plus 3, 123. That's why we got the final result as what 123. Okay, that is what returned to our program. So there it is what displayed. Okay, so execution is no problem. Now I'm going to what reduce the variables. Okay, so directly you can take what the digits here, the number of digits in your string, input string. So here no need to have this statement. So it reduces what actually our program lines. Afterwards, here also you see here we have taken what x. So instead of x, directly you can take this computation. Okay, so instead of this, you can take this computation, and also please use parentheses to close it, because this has to be done separately. Okay, that's why I'm telling that. Fine. So that also what reduced, and also no need to have this printf statement, and no need to have this printf statement. Okay, and also no need to have this printf statement. So only one loop statement which is required here. So simply now you execute that, you will get the final result of it. Yeah, 123. So what input you provided? as a string that is converted into what exact number. Okay, so here you can see that now in detail we have discussed about the logic. Afterwards, what happened? We have removed whatever lines which are not important because we understood the logic. So what about the main code which is required? So here you can see that this is the main computation which is required to do our result. Okay, that's all about this. Okay, it's a very simple one. So you people have to understand about the logic, how it can be taken. Okay, so very beginning you can take the individual or intermediate variables. After then you try to what compose into a single computation statement where it is possible to take the final result. Okay, so through that what happen is the number of lines could be reduced, number of variables could be reduced, and file size could be reduced. Automatically your program execution is, which is what improved. Okay, in terms of what reducing the time. Okay, so such a manner you can make your code. Okay, but before that you have to draw the algorithm. Later on you can remove whatever variables are unnecessary. Okay, I hope this video helps you to understand about how we can solve the problem like string to integer. I mean the exact value, how we can derive from the given string format to integer format. So I think you all understand about the logic and also how we can able to do this with the help of what taking the ASCII difference and also the loops which are required to implement that. And beyond that, you can identify one more thing, that is what the usage of the string length function in this problem solving. Okay, I hope you people enjoy this. If you hope, please, so if you like this, please click on the like button, and I request you to subscribe if you people not yet subscribe, and please click on the bell icon to get the notification for the new post. Thank you for watching this.